Hello, and welcome to episode 1 of my Pokemon Black Randomizer Nuzlocke. If you've never heard of the Nuzlocke before, it's basically a self-imposed Pokemon hard mode, where it's like you play through the game normally, but with a bunch of just self-imposed rules that take it from being a simple game that everyone can win to, oh goodness, this is impossible. This first episode, I'm just going to be sitting through this wall of text that every Pokemon game starts out with and just sort of laying out the rules of what this challenge is. Because there's some basic rules that are in every Nuzlocke, but there's also like the specific things that I'm going to be doing. So the basic rules of this run are the number one rule that makes it so difficult is every time you lose a Pokemon in a battle, it's dead. Like, it's gone. You can't use it again. You release it, it's gone. And that means basically if you run out of Pokemon, you lose. That on its own wouldn't be too bad, because you'd be like, oh, well, I'm just going to catch 1,000 Pokemon and never run out. But the second rule is you can only catch the very first thing you run into in any given new area. So like if I run into, say I go on Route 1 and run into a Pidgey. If I fail to catch that Pidgey, tough. Can't get anything else. And it's not like, oh, I'll just catch another Pidgey. No, it's that one. Those are the two basic rules, and then there's a third kind of, not technically required, but they do it to make it more brutal, which is more emotionally brutal, which is you have to name all of your Pokemon, because that creates an emotional attachment, so then you're depressed, because you just killed your best friend, and it's your fault. Those are the three basic rules, and I'm doing this in a randomizer because in a randomizer it's way more chaotic. So like I'm not going to be getting a regular starter here. It could be anything. So I'm just before I get a starter, I feel like I should finish explaining. So there's those three rules. There's two others that I'm using that are pretty common, that are less about making it more challenging. Like, this is more just for the sake of keeping things fun. There's what's called the duplicate clause, which is basically if you see a Pokemon that you've already got before as your first encounter, it doesn't count. And for me, that's going to extend to the entire evolutionary line. So if I see a Butterfree and I have a Metapod, I'm not going to count the Butterfree because I don't want repeats. And then there's the shiny clause, which is if I see a shiny, it's a shiny, I'm catching it. I don't care what the rules say, I'm catching it. So let's just see. And then there's two more rules, but I'll get to those in a second. I feel like I've been waiting long enough. This should give you an idea of the chaos that a randomizer brings. Like you see Snivy, Tepig, Oshawott. Well, that's not what we're about to see. I guarantee you. Okay, Solosis. That's Psychic type. It's not super strong, but Psychic can be really good. Zangoose. Not my favorite. It's normal, which isn't a super great type, and Zangoose stats aren't the best. But Solosis is a single stat. Solosis is weak now, but it can evolve and get better, and Psychic is just a good type to have, so never mind. Never mind. Forget what I just said. That is a Flygon, and I am taking the Flygon. Are you kidding me? This is Gen 5. Dragon types are actually broken in this game. I am taking Flygon. And also, the way I have this randomizer set up, probably should have said this already, but I've set it up where both of my rivals will be carrying their starters, not their whole teams, but their starter will be there for the whole game. So, this first battle, Bianca's gonna have one of the two we didn't pick just now, which is really great. This means we now know what their aces are going forward. Okay, so she picked Zangoose. So now she's stuck with Zangoose the rest of the run. And we have... Oh, and we have Sonic Boom! Oh my goodness. We are going to dominate. Yeah. I'm already feeling really good about this. So, basically, the other two rules, while I'm just quickly going through these rival fights at the beginning, the other two rules I'm playing with to kind of add to the challenge a little bit more is, oh my goodness, we're going to be so overleveled. Yeah, that's actually going to be a problem. Because one of the rules I'm going to be playing with is I'm going to try not to over-level. I'm not going to strictly enforce it necessarily, because with randomizers it's really hard to really enforce this rule, but I'm going to try to not go past the highest level of whatever gym leader is next. We'll see if I can keep up with that. Who knows? But yeah, and then the other rule is, and I can't really do anything about it until after this fight, but it's gonna be whenever you play Pokemon as a kid and it does that thing where it's like you just knocked out the opponent's Pokemon and it's like, would you like to, they're about to send this thing out, would you like to switch? And in this game they don't do this anymore, but there used to be this option called set style where basically you turn that off. And what makes that so, oh my goodness, we are going to be, we really need to chill out, oh my goodness. But anyway, what makes that so challenging is that if you do feel like you need to switch out, with set style on, you can't do it automatically anymore. So you're basically giving the opponent, if you're in a bad matchup, the opponent now has a free turn to attack or to set up. And that doesn't seem like a lot, but one turn can make all the difference in these kinds of runs. Because it could be that you're wanting to throw something out to deal with this threat, but because you have to take that extra turn to switch it out, it could take some big damage and not be able to do what you want it to. If that makes sense. So that's going to be the basics. And the reason why I chose this game in particular, a couple reasons. One, because Gens 4 and 5 are, I think, when Pokemon was at its peak. Because they fixed all of the glaring issues from earlier in the series, like the physical special split in Gen 4. I don't know why that was ever not a thing. And like in Gen 5, they made things like TMs no longer break, which is another thing I can't believe took that long to figure out. But it's also, like, they fixed all of the problems, but they also, like, starting with Gen 6, I feel like Pokemon's been really trying to go in the make it for babies route, where everything is super easy to the point of being boring. And in Gen 5, Gen 5 to me was one of the last times where it felt like they were really trying to test you. So, and the other reason I'm choosing this game is because I'm kind of conquering my demons a bit, because I tried to randomize this game about a year or two ago for a Nuzlocke, as a personal fun thing, and it went really, really badly. like, it was absolutely miserable. So I'm coming back into this with a plan of vengeance. Like, I'm gonna beat it this time. Now we have to nickname this Flygon, and I've already got the perfect name in my mind because I'm a Star Wars geek. And if you know Star Wars, you know that Luke Skywalker grew up on Tatooine, which is a desert planet, with his Uncle Owen and his Aunt Beru. And since this Flygon is a female, obviously I'm going to name it Beru. So, there we go. Already off to a great start. We have an overpowered dragon in the generation where dragon types are the most broken type ever. So maybe this won't be so bad. Maybe I'll be just fine. Oh my goodness, the amount of dialogue. Okay, I'm gonna start trying to speed through this. Where's my speed up button? There it is. I love Pokemon, but man, the opening of every Pokemon game is the most obnoxious thing on the planet, because you have to sit through this walls of text. And also the speed up doesn't really seem to be doing a whole lot. Yeah, blah blah blah. Let's all take our first step together, because we're friends and blah blah blah. Like, it's really funny to be talking about, like, yeah, we're friends, when these two are gonna be trying to, like, slaughter all of my actual friends. They're like, yeah, let's all go on this journey together, and then 5 minutes later, they just leave me in a pool of my own tears, as all of my party members are dead. Here's the tutorial that we've all seen a million times. I'm probably gonna just cut this out if I do end up editing this. I don't know the first thing about video editing yet, but I'm probably gonna cut some of this exposition-y stuff at the beginning, because we've all seen it a billion times and it's super annoying. Alright, so yeah. Oh my goodness! I get it! Okay. So now we have a bit of a dilemma. Because our weakest attack is Sand Tomb, which does chip damage. And we're gonna be trying to catch something with that. With 5 Pokeballs. But this will give you an idea of, like, what to expect. Like, it's whatever we see here right now. An Artican. Are you serious? That's insane. I'm gonna have the most broken team ever. This isn't. Wait, no, I can't even hit it with Sand Tomb now, though, because it's flying type. Nuts. I want to go for Sonic Boom, but I don't know how much health it's gonna have, and I don't want to risk killing it. Let's just go for a feint attack and see what happens. Oh, perfect. Okay. Okay, let's not do anything else. One. Probably gonna happen to me a lot. Because I don't know what the catch rate for a fossil Pokemon is, because I'm not normally trying to catch them because they're fossil Pokemon. I have to imagine it's pretty low, though. Don't have any potions or... Well, there's a good chance that we just completely fail here, but that's okay. Yep, I'm already having so much fun over here. Please just get in the ball. Please. Please. One. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is so bad. Please. Come on, it would be so hype. 1, 2. Yes! Oh my goodness! Oh, my heart stopped. Oh my goodness. There we go. Oh, I was so scared that... Well, we now have an Arkin, which I know that doesn't seem like the craziest thing to get, but like later in the game, Archeops is really, really good. It's actually kind of ironic, because I mentioned in my last video that Arkin was what ended my last Nuzlocke, because there was an ace trainer who just totally wrecked me with one. So maybe this is a sign. Maybe I'm the one that's gonna dominate now. But more because this name just popped in my head because of the Jurassic Park movies. I've never seen all the Jurassic Park movies, but I know there's this infamous bit from, I think it's the third one, with like the talk, like the dinosaur like talks. It's like, Alan! Okay, I misspelled it. Just double checking to make sure. Alan! Perfect. Okay, so we are fresh out of Pokeballs, but we now have... Yeah, Defeatist is a pretty terrible ability, but they make up for it because when this thing evolves, its stats are going to be through the roof. For today, I'm just going to try and get through Accumula Town, where we're going to be fighting N. Gonna have to do a little bit of grinding real quick just to make sure Alan isn't underpowered. So I'll oh, and turn this to set. So I'll see you when that part's done. Okay, I think that's gonna be enough for now. You can see we just got him up to level 5 real quick. And now we're just going to go ahead to the next town and get through even more exposition, because that's just how the beginning of every Pokemon game goes. I did see what the other thing we could have gotten was, which was Kirlia, which I don't know if that's better, because like yeah, on the one hand Gardevoir is really, really good, but from what I recall, training up Kirlia is kind of a nightmare. I mean, there's Gallade, but it's like either one. Gardevoir or Gallade are both really good, but training a Kirlia up to one of those, I've heard, is a nightmare. So it's probably good that we stuck with this. Oh, also, actually, hold on. This isn't a Sonic video, but since this news just dropped the other day, and since I'm sitting through all this exposition, I feel like I should talk about it now. I did see the trailer for the Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, like the new racing game, and Oh man, it looks good. I was never a big fan of most Sonic racing games, but I'm not gonna lie, this one actually looks really good. I may or may not have screamed out loud in a public place as I watched the trailer and saw that Dinosaur Jungle from Secret Rings made it in. Because that game, I don't care what anyone else says about it, it was my childhood. Okay, let's see. How many Pokeballs do we want? I'd say 10 is good. And then we get the Premier Ball this way. And yeah, I think just having 3 potions for now is fine. I'm not going to be spamming potions in any of my battles too much, but I am letting myself use them because I want this to be somewhat challenging, but also I'm a coward. Okay, so let's just... So we've got Alan up front. There's going to be an end battle. He's going to have just a level 7. It's usually a Purloin, but since this is randomized, we don't know what it's going to be. But I think having level 5 and level 9 is a good balancing act. Yeah, let's sit through even more. Oh my goodness. I promise that this game gets more exciting, but you just have to sit through all of this nonsense first. I really don't understand when people are like, Gen 5's story is so good, it's so deep and complex, and it's like, no. Like, Ghetsis is just the same villain we've been fighting from like every Pokemon game ever. He just puts up he puts up this fake, like, no, it's for the greater good, but he literally reveals at the end, yeah, actually, I just don't care. Like, N is kind of interesting, but eh. I don't get it. I don't get the hype for this game's story. Like, it's a Pokemon story. I like Pokemon lore, but the storytelling is kind of whatever. Oh, I forgot to turn the battle animations back on, didn't I? Yeah, whenever I grind, I usually turn the battle animations off. We should be good to just rock throw this thing. Yeah, that's my bad. I'm gonna try to remember to do that next time. And this thing's minimizing, which is super annoying. But oh my goodness. Well, that was easy. Well, I was really expecting more of a challenge at the beginning, because that's usually how these randomizers go for me, but I guess the universe decided to maybe give me a little bit of hope at the beginning. Let's just heal up real quick. I think I'm gonna get my next encounter on the route right next to this town, and depending on how that goes and how I'm feeling, I might wrap it up there, or I might... No, I think that would be a good place to stop. But while I'm here in Accumula Town, should probably... I'm legally obligated to do this, because this is the only correct way to listen to the music in this town, with all of the instruments playing. I never get enough of this music. It's so good. Like those drums, man. Gen 5, Gen 4 is my favorite overall generation, but I'm willing to concede that Gen 5 had easily the best town themes. like between Accumula Town and Nimbasa City and Driftvale City, like all of them are so good. And here's the running shoes, which I probably should have been given from the beginning, but whatever. Why is it physically impossible to run without these specific shoes on? The eternal question that will never be answered. Okay, let's see what we've got next. A Ninjask. Okay. Not the most exciting thing to see, but I've also never used a Ninjask, and this does give us a little extra speed, which is kind of nice. Yeah, like it has that speed boost ability. That could actually be in the right context. That could actually be a huge, like, game-changing thing. I'm worried about... I'm going to try and just throw a Pokeball now because I don't want to kill this thing. Yeah, I'll just throw the Premier Ball since it's an extra thing anyway. We'll just see what happens. 1, 2, 3. Ah! Okay. But you know what? Just based on that, I figured it didn't have nearly as bad of a catch rate as Arkin. So I think I feel pretty safe to just keep throwing Pokeballs and not risking killing it, because it should go in pretty easily, I feel like. 1, 2, 3, boom. There we go. Okay, interesting. Never used a Ninjask before. The Ninja Pokemon. Creative. Gotta name this one. It's what, like it's a wasp or something, right? Oh yeah, there's the... I know what to name it, because it's, you know, like Ant-Man and Wasp. Oh. Because I'm a nerd, and I'm not very creative with names, so I just name things after other things. Okay, so we've got a Ninjask with speed boost and not very great moves, but we've also got a Flygon, which is insanely good, and we've got an Arkin, and we've managed to get through the first couple battles without immediately dying. So I think I'm gonna very quickly just go through this first route and just get to the next city, and then we'll wrap it up there. Because I want to make this first episode not boring, like just not a bunch of exposition. I want to get into some exciting battles, and I know for a fact there's a Bianca fight in just a second, and while I'm thinking about it, I should probably look it up just to remember what her levels are. Yeah, in Route 2, she'll have, yeah, level 6, level 7. So we're already at a good level to fight her at this point. I'm going to switch Hope out front so that she gets the experience. I don't feel like grinding this time because we're already at a pretty good level as is, and I don't want to get too overpowered. Potion, nice. Yeah. Okay, first regular trainer battle. Let's see. So like again, at any point this kid could have like Arceus or something. Oh, good. Genesect. And its attack just rose. Well, off to a great start. What does Genesect know at this level? I'm sorry, I'm just being extra cautious, because obviously I'm switching into my Flygon, because duh. Like, that's the only thing. I don't feel super worried. It doesn't look like this thing could know. Like, legendaries are scary to see somewhat, but at the beginning of the game they don't really have good moves yet. So you don't have to worry too badly about getting destroyed by them. And we have Sonic Boom right now, which is a reliable. Yeah, I think Baru is gonna be kind of our rock, like our solid foundation. Because look at that, like, we just fought a Genesect. Holy cow, yeah, we are gonna be so over-leveled. Okay, so now you see, now you see what this run entails. One moment, N can have a Litwick, and then the next moment, a random youngster can have Genesect. So, that gives you an idea of what we're up against. And now we've got a Weezing to deal with, which shouldn't be too bad, I think. This thing's not going to have Explosion or anything, right? Like, it's too early for that, I think. Who do I want to fight this? I think Alan might have a good shot, because he's got, like, Rock Throw, and yeah, he'll take that like a champ, because he's a Rock type. Yeah, let's try Rock Throw first. Okay, that didn't do a lot. Smokescreen's annoying. Just any strategy the AI does that involves accuracy is always just the cheapest thing ever to me. Like that shouldn't be allowed. Because it changes things from being this like fun strategy based thing to just, will you get lucky enough to hit it? And that's just the worst. How is that fun? It should be fine though, because all she's doing is smoke screening. And if she just keeps spamming that, we're bound to hit it eventually. Because she's not gonna fight back for some reason. And poison, awesome. I had to say something, didn't I? Thankfully, in this generation, poison won't kill us outside of battle, but man, that's annoying. Yeah, I think now I'm gonna switch back to Hope. Hope should be able to finish this thing off pretty good. I swear if I get poisoned twice. Okay. Is Leech Life gonna be stronger or Scratch? I feel like Leech Life would be because it has the stab, but 40, so I think it would be about the same actually. But Leech Life heals us, so yeah, let's just Scratch it. Oh my goodness. Why? I don't know why we're having more trouble with a Weezing than a Genesect, but here we are. Okay. We were never in any real danger there, it was just a matter of how annoying is this gonna be. But we made it out. And in this generation we're not gonna die from poison, so I'm just gonna run back and heal real quick. Yeah, So I was saying before, I'm not a huge fan of like modern Pokemon. I did play Legends Arceus and really liked it, and I may or may not have shiny hunted like crazy on that game for a while. But other than Legends Arceus, the new games, I don't know what it is, but they just don't grab me the way that they used to. But I am looking forward to Legends ZA, because like Legends Arceus was actually really fun. I feel like it was the kind of like new ideas that the series was really needing. And I like the Legends series, like that open world aspect, which is really good. But I'm still I'm a bit of a not total nostalgia geek, because I'm not going to be one of those Gen 1 and 2 were the peak of Pokemon, because no, they weren't. Like, yeah, they had good Pokemon, but the games were kind of messed up. Like, for me, I'm a Gen 3, 4, 5 fanboy. To me, that was where everything was good. So that's why I'm playing this game. Okay, this should be the last one, and then Bianca. It says, "Go, my Lillipup, go." That's not going to be a Lillipup. Gothitelle. Leech Life is going to do more, but because it's psychic, but I don't want to play around with this thing too much. Yeah, let's be smart about it. Let's just go into Baru. Again, try not to be too over leveled, but this shouldn't over level us too bad. Yeah, feint attack. Easy peasy. Yep. Now I think I'm gonna lead with Alan for the Bianca fight, because he's the lowest level now. And we'll probably have a better shot at fighting whatever she sends out first. But yeah. So I think we're gonna fight Bianca and then get into the town and call it a day. I know that this isn't the most exciting first episode, but I think that's just because I've had so many randomizers go badly for me that I think this one is it pities me. So it's, or maybe this is the calm before the storm. Maybe it's buttering me up with, yeah, look at this. You have a dragon and a fossil and all of your battles are going smoothly. And then I walk into the first gym and the series is over in episode 2. That's entirely possible. Just based on the experiences that I've had. Oh my goodness, the encounter rate. I'm very glad now that I've seen what we could have had. I'm very glad that we got Ninjask instead. Because I don't hate Lanoon, but it's not the most exciting thing ever. Normal types in general, like they have to be really, really strong in order to make up for their type. Because normal types are just kind of a lot of the time, you know. Well, that's annoying. Oh my goodness. Please just let us escape. Okay, so we're gonna have 1 damage in this fight, because that Ninjask. See, I'm making it more exciting. No, it wasn't an accident. See, now I'm fighting her while weakened. Aha. See, I'm making it more exciting that way. I'm not stupid. It'd be really funny if, like, Bianca ends up being the rival that's, like, super threatening. Another Genesect? You're kidding me. You are kidding me. What are the odds that of everything she could have thrown out? We know what her other thing is. We know Zangoose. We can handle Zangoose, but what? And this one's actually putting up a fight this time. This one's actually gonna fight us. Well, I guess Genesect has declared itself our eternal nemesis. It's a bit of an interesting way to start this series. Oh, and she has a potion. I forgot about that. Silly me. Oh, quick attack. Huh. See, this one's actually threatening us a bit. But it doesn't matter because Sonic Boom is broken. Double Team, we're getting rid of Leer because Leer is terrible and Double Team is insane. And Zangoose. I really want to like switch out into someone else because I don't want to get Baru over leveled. But I also don't want to like get too damaged either. So I don't know what the right call here is. I'm gonna just let Alan come in here just to fight a little bit. We'll just see how it goes. Yeah, because I didn't think this thing would have anything super threatening. Wing attack. Okay, Leer's annoying, but I'm just trying to spread the experience around, make these battles a little more interesting. But okay, yep, okay. Yeah, see, we're good. Bianca, bit of a scare there with the Genesect, but again, in the early game, the legendaries really aren't that bad. Still, yeesh. I really hope we fight Sharon in the next episode and he's got like Magikarp, because that would be hilarious. Like just a complete role reversal. I think that's where we're going to wrap it up now. We've got our starter, we got our first two encounters, we fought two Genesects, which I still can't believe happened back to back like that. We have a pretty decent, like not the greatest team ever, but not a terrible one. And like Flygon, I mean, my goodness. Like, that is just incredible. But yeah, I think that's where we're gonna stop for now. And I'll see you in the next one.